Welcome to Ethereal Star Tarot. This is going to be the Great Conjunction energy update for the fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Right off the bat, I didn't meditate on your cards, but I felt like an overwhelming sense of gratitude and just being thankful. Kind of like just a wholesome energy. So let's see what the angel cards have to say. Today is December 20th, so tomorrow is the official, or tonight at 12 a.m. or whatever, is the official date of the Great Conjunction, but the rapid energies have been occurring all weekend. Let's see. Energies for Aries in the Great Conjunction. What was this? Energies for Aries in the Great Conjunction 12/21/2020 for their highest good. What does Aries need to know? Or how are they feeling? What's going on with Aries? Oh, something popped out. Ego. Okay. Let's see for Leo. What's going on with Leo in the Great Conjunction? Eight of Water. Something else flipped up. Let me see. What's going on with Sagittarius in the Great Conjunction? What's going on with Sagittarius 12/21/2020? Ooh, I keep getting like chunks of the deck falling out. What was that? Justice. Let's get some chakra cards. Alright, chakra energy for Aries. Let's see, we had this in reverse. Forgiveness, okay. For Leo. Oh, I don't think I've ever gotten this one. Psychic development. And for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Ooh. Nurturing. Okay. I've been using the Starseed Oracle too. I've been kind of freestyling with these monthly check-in reads. I'm not sure how I'm going to do them in January, but as far as the spread, how I arrange the cards, it's just been a freestyle. Starkeeper for Aries, Leo for their highest good, the Great Conjunction. You've got the love, or you got the love, and Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Earth School. Okay. I've never seen these cards either, these two. in the deck anyway. I've seen them in the book. Alright, let's get right into Aries. You have Ego, Archangel Jophiel. This is, I believe this is the death 15. Let me double check. I don't know why I always get the death card and the devil card numbers messed up. Death is 13. Yeah, devil. Okay, 15. Yeah, 15 is the devil. Yeah. This is that ego. You could be going through an ego death with all these, you know, energy influxes. Realizations that are a hard hit to your ego. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things. Negative or fear-based thoughts. This is kind of the overall energy that everyone is feeling right now. But for it to be speaking to you directly, the ego is the devil. And the devil is, it makes you feel trapped. It makes you feel bound. So for it to be with forgiveness, someone else got a reading like this. I think it was an earth sign. In the monthly read, not the portal update, but the first reads I did on YouTube. Someone got forgiveness. Or maybe it was, I don't remember, but someone got it. Forgiveness of letting materials get to them. But this is not just about materials here. This is about, you know, really, really kind of checking out and looking at yourself from like an outside perspective and really analyzing that ego and what is causing you to feel. Whenever I see ego, I feel a sense of entitlement to materials, entitlement to other people in your life, entitlement to your job, you know, not feeling gratitude, not feeling like the world owes you, that type of thing. Maybe you've realized this and you're forgiving yourself, or maybe you're seeking forgiveness from the universe. You know, just really, really looking at yourself and asking, like, why is my ego this way? You know, what caused it to become this out of control, and how can I balance it and stuff like that. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. Yeah, I said it in the last the earth read. There's a lot of grounding energy happening today, possibly tomorrow, I don't know, because, you know, like I said, everything is happening so rapidly, but you need to ground yourself, come back to reality with this, because being in that, you know, high and mighty ego state of mind, that's not helping you, and that's not helping anyone around you either. It's definitely not helping your ascension process. You know, this great conjunction, this walking into the age of Aquarius, is really pinpointing, you know, things that need to be worked on, and ego is the biggest one. Ego and living in fear versus living in, you know, a state of gratitude, being here in the now, etc., etc. But ego is a big one, and for, you know, ego is the devil card, so that needs conquering. But yeah, staying grounded, forgiving yourself. You know, maybe you're seeking forgiveness from family and friends around you that your ego has affected. It could go so many ways, but the ego really is something that I feel is a life lesson for humans to acknowledge, you know, learn about on several different levels, and just overcome it somehow. Ego is there to protect you, but it's also there not to be showcased for others to see. Hopefully that makes sense. The ego is there to protect you, but it's not something to show off and boast about. And, you know, you're not living in your ego mind. You experience the ego mind when you need to protect yourself. That's all. that could be just my personal view, that could be the message coming in from spirit, I don't know. But so definitely, Aries, you need to forgive yourself for living in the ego mind too much, or maybe someone around you is. But that's definitely a big lesson going into this great conjunction, going into Age of Aquarius for everyone. I don't want to generalize, but you know, specifically, maybe that's what you need to work on. Okay, so for Leo, you have 8 of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. In the Rider-Waite, this is the man on the little boat with his paddle standing up, moving on to calmer waters. Maybe there was an emotional situation that you left recently, or that you're reflecting on, that happened in 2020, or maybe, you know, it could be recent, it could be the past 6 months, 8 months. But you're desiring, I feel, to look within, and you're really analyzing your ability to see situations from all kinds of perspectives, right? This psychic development card, the glare sucks, but it's someone with a crystal ball, right? And you're seeing someone walk away, and that's ironically what's happening, or not ironically, because Spirit does that. That's what the 8 of Water is in this card and in the Rider-Waite deck. You're walking away from something to see it from another angle. This psychic development could speak to your like psychic gifts as well, but it's more so the development of your crown chakra, the development of your state of mind when it comes to looking at situations from different angles, whether it's a relationship, a family dynamic, a work situation, you know, your friends, whatever. It could just be your overall outlook on life right now is ascending, is developing to a higher state. Yeah, and then you got the Love for your oracle deck. For your oracle card, Hadarian. I don't know how to say that. Energy, codependency, boundaries, and in this card, you have a woman looking in several different directions, and that's what this psychic development and 8 of Water symbolizes, just the ability to look at things from different angles. So maybe that's something you need to work on. Maybe that's what, you know, Spirit is telling you is your lesson for this great conjunction. But either way, it's not a bad thing. You know, none of these are bad. It's just, again, pinpointing what you need to work on personally in your spiritual development, in your psychic development, in your ascension into the 5D. Alright, so Sagittarius. You have the Justice card. Archangel Raguel? I don't know how to say that either. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Nurturing. And you have Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study Higher Learning. Maybe you've recently gotten justice in a situation, or a decision you made has led you to the path of justice, feeling just about something, and whether you've nurtured that decision or that decision left you to nurture yourself. Either way, you're in this life lesson energy, this soul growth. That could be what you're nurturing. Study higher learning, yeah. Let me just look at this nurturing card. I haven't gone in and read the, again, I believe this is grounding energy, yeah. Earth Star Chakra. Rebirth, deep connection to Mother Earth, nurturing, grounding, animal spirit guides, vitality, rejuvenation, stability. Stability in your soul growth. Let me just see. Yeah, receiving the fruits of your labor. Yeah, talking a lot about self-care, nurture yourself. Due to fear, we have learned to shut off and separate ourselves from the love and nurturing that surrounds us. Open yourself to the kindness in your heart and create some love in your life today. I am nurturing myself in all aspects of life, and I am open to receive this powerful, loving energy now and always. Maybe your soul lesson here was to put yourself first. For you, Sagittarius, and in doing so, you're at a point in your life, or at a point in your ascension, this feels rather recent, to that you feel justified, that maybe you're getting your good karma back somehow. You know, all the good that you've put out into the universe is finally coming back to you because you're nurturing yourself. You've learned that life lesson. You're seeing it. I feel like everyone is just seeing, no matter what sign you are, no matter what element, you're seeing your life from an outside perspective and you're tweaking it. I said that in another reading too. It's just like you're looking at how far you've come and how far your soul growth has gotten, and you've reached a state of higher learning. Like it's all pretty clear. Like you put yourself first, and in that you found justice. You know, you nurtured yourself, you nurtured your mind, your body, your spirit, etc. And in that you found karmic justice. So whatever you put out is coming back to you, and in that you've got a lesson, and you've ascended to a higher state in your mind, just like this psychic development. And honestly, with this ego death too, if that's what this is talking about, it's all life lessons. Let's see. I'm gonna get a fairy oracle too for each sign. Fairy oracle for Aries in December 21st, 2020, for the Great Conjunction. Oops. Oh, they don't want to come out. Fairy oracle for Aries. That one did. Journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. I feel intuitively and just common sense here is this is your journey to an ego death. This is the journey that you're going through right now. Look at this card. You can see that the ascension, like you're hitting like a peak here, and breaking through that ego, that encasing of an ego that you have. And this could be your journey. Like this could be yeah, you know, an ego death is not fun. It's not easy. I would imagine that it hits people all different ways, but once you go through it, you don't look at the world the same. And I feel like the age of Aquarius, like no one's going to look at the world the same anymore anyway. You know, an ego death can make you a different person in the best of ways. But in that same token, it's like you cannot put yourself on a pedestal after the ego death. That's the whole point of it. You realize that you are equal to all of those around you, no matter what your social status or your monetary status or anything like that. It just the dissipating, the destruction of the ego creates that oneness in humanity. But at first, I mean, you need to create that in yourself to see it in others. We're all a reflection, and if you're in the ego mind, you only see people in their ego mind too. And once you're out of that, you see everyone as a reflection of yourself. And you kind of have like an inner knowing and just a better intuition of the people around you and why they are the way they are, just as you have a better understanding of why you are the way you are. Definitely that's what's happening there, especially with that journey card. Alright, for Leo, Fairy Oracle for the Great Conjunction for the sign of Leo in the month of December, or December 21st, 2020. Thank you, Angel Spirit Guides, your highest good for Leo. Fairy Oracle, please. This one flipped out. Tree Wisdom. The Tree Dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound it makes. Revealing insights and answers because you're looking at things from several different perspectives here. You're realizing that maybe not everything has to be met with such a reaction. You know, you can walk away and reflect and realize that other people's actions don't affect you. It's how you react to them is what the effect is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I said this, but this said codependency and boundaries. Maybe you have problems with boundaries, and now that you're looking at things from an outside perspective, you realize that maybe it's not just the people that you're dealing with that have issues with boundaries, it's you too. Again, reflection. Let's see what Sagittarius has. Fairy Oracle energy for Sagittarius. This one flew out. Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. You know what you saw is that you put yourself first, and you're getting karmic justice for doing so. And in that, you soul growth, study, higher learning. Embrace your powers of divination. Your powers are that you realized, you know, when you put good out, you get good back, but you first need to put yourself as number one priority. And the universe will reward you once that happens. You know, people don't like to be selfish, but there's a difference between being selfish in the ego mind and being selfish for your well-being. And they're two different things, but it's like you've gained this divination power through this soul lesson of putting yourself first. That's how I feel about that. That's what definitely is going on here. I'm gonna get a postcard from Spirit for the overall energy for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Whoa, these flip out. Someone else got this in a different reading too. Dearest you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill, but first you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience. All of this is talking about travel in some way or form, right? So this is the journey of your ego death, or you know, the actualization of how your ego affects your personal situations and your, you know, the way others view you and stuff like that. You know, the journey of the ego death, it's not a pretty one at all. It's a lot of shadow work. And this destination happiness, once that ego death happens, that does not mean you will be happy. That does not mean, you know, this is a milestone that brings you to that destination happiness. The whole point is to live in the current moment without, needing the materials, without needing outside validation, everything that the ego speaks to, not destination happiness. Let's see. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd, to listen to your soul. Tree wisdom. Just wisdom in general. That psychic development is you listening to your higher self, or God, source energy, whatever you believe in, and just looking at things from a different perspective and gaining that wisdom. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically one with the world, individual yet part of the great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you're on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul growth, check in with spirit, and keep going. Let me know if any of this energy resonates with you, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Super curious to see how this great conjunction is affecting each element energetically. I know that these energies are so rapidly changing that, tomorrow could be something else, I still have water and air signs to do, and so far we've touched on grounding and ego death, and lots of soul growth. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know.